gotten to where you were and joined up with this chap, you're pretty much here. I'm just gonna move you there.
Oh, just move me. Yeah.
Yep. Cool. So you make it to this little kobold camp, this little bit of the kobold camp, and all these guys around here, they're sort of, and they're talking to you in, they're actually talking to you in Draconic.
Yes.
So, because they think you're a kobold, and that's obviously the language that the kobolds would use. So, are you?
I cast comprehend languages last time, so I think I've still got that up, so I should be able to understand them.
Okay, cool. So they go, "Hey, who are you?"
James.
Oh. Okay, why you been over there? We're not supposed to go over there.
I got lost.
Ah, James. James.
I know. A bad sense of direction. I'm working on it.
And at that point, this veteran and this cultist sort of stand over here as like, right, which one of you was over there?
None of us. Who said that?
And like these humans, they can't tell the different kobolds apart. They're sort of looking at you, going, "Oh, mucking around with a prisoner. I'm gonna have a word with the boss about this." All right, you. And he sort of says to the cultist, he's like, it says to this human here, he's like, "All right, you might as well head back. I'll have a word with the boss about this." And he makes his way off back over here. But you are now in with all these kobolds.
Yeah, I need to find the latrine and escape.
And they look at you funny, like,
Eh? Latrine? What's latrine?
My girlfriend.
Ah, okay. Wink.
so it's just this wink. This weird kobold sort of just shuts one eye. He doesn't actually get.
Okay.
And you potter off.
Yeah, and I will de-kobold when I'm sort of like in an out of the way spot and pop the cultist mask on and head back to our tent.
Fair dues. As anyone watching would have seen there, my desk is a bit of a mess. I just picked up the wrong coffee cup. That was my coffee cup from today work. I have different coffee cup for this evening. D&Ding. So, oops. Should have taken that downstairs. Cool. Okay, so you make your way back over towards the rest of your friends. Cool. So if you want to move yourself over.
I can certainly do that.
Would you like to relinquish my control over the guards?
Oh, that would be awesome, wouldn't it? I completely forgot that I had done that. Yeah. That's fine. I mean, it's not the end of the world.
I just went to highlight my character and highlighted all the guards and my character.
There we go. Job done.
Fantastic, thank you.
No more guards for you. Right.
So I will relay. Yeah, I'll relay to my fellow adventurers what I've learned from the monk whose name I've already forgotten. I'm sorry, it's too warm and I cannot retain information at all.
That's fine. So that's Leosin Erlanthar.
Leosin, that's him. I'll say he seems to want to stay here because he's getting intel, and he's told us just to kind of head back and tell him what we know. I mean, we can't take all of them on right now, so...
No.
I fancy my chances.
Come on then, Longshank.
Interesting woman.
I'll have you all. Yeah.
Is someone going to come back for him?
Python, Holy Grail.
I think we're all going to come back for him.
Then let's
sure
be
we'll
gone.
get to
Back to our wonderful Greenest.
Isn't it
I
going to
remember
look
that
a bit
name.
suspicious if we all of a sudden leave after just arriving?
Can I walk the goat?
So the goat looks at you as if and just sort of at you, and he's like, you see him sort of. You ever seen Willow?
No.
You've never seen Willow?
I have
Oh
not.
man, what is wrong with you? I mean, that's a shame. But seriously, first off, if you haven't seen Willow, you need to see Willow, and I say that to anyone that's watching. If you haven't seen Willow, it is one of the greatest fantasy films of the late 80s, early 90s. It's just
there's a lot to pick from in the late 80s, early 90s.
There was lots, certainly around that. From my childhood, I consider it to be one of the greatest fantasy sword and sorcery sort of, not much sorcery, but definitely lots of swords, kind of films.
Sorcery.
More swords than sorcery, so yeah, it would be swordcery, yeah. If you haven't watched it, do yourself a favour. It's Val Kilmer and Warwick Davis, and it's not a very well-known cast, but anyway, in that there's Willow keeps trying to cast a spell to change this sorceress from the ferret that she was turned into, or a lemur or something, and it sort of melds and the body changes, and what you actually see is this goat meld and change shape and shrink down into a rat, and he just looks up at you and goes, "Wee!" and off he goes, and he's off into the long grass.
I look at the other two and I go, should we chase him? Or will tiny rat panda be safe?
Hard to tell. I've not known him, in the short time I have known him, make great decisions.
Maybe we follow at distance.
Yes, and maybe we can say we lost our goat, if they're asking where we're going.
Yes.
Yeah. Sounds plausible.
Probably won't tell them the goat is now a rat and used to be a panda, but...
That's semantics.
Details.
Yeah, who needs to be precise? Oh, look at that, Liam. Someone has donated for you. Donated £3 for you to be able to have advantage when you choose. Thank you, whoever that was. You've left yourself anonymous, but thank you. That's awesome. We are slowly heading towards £300.
I'm going to take out this golden orb thing while we're still in our tent.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tentatively say, Derek?
Yay! So as you say Derek, you see this the little acorn starts to shake and tremble, and all of a sudden there's a puff of smoke and a tiny little blue squirrel just in your hand just turns up.
Amazing! Hi, Derek.
And
I'd like to give Derek a little scratch on the head.
But he looks at you and he's got these Steve Buscemi eyes, one sort of looking off over here and the other one's looking directly at you, and he's got his head's on a bit of an angle. He's like, he's a really manic looking little fella, and you go to scratch him behind the ear and he's like,
okay, no more of that. Would you mind just hanging around here as inconspicuously as you possibly can, given that you're blue? Just keeping an eye on things. We'll be back.
And he obviously, through your telepathic link that you have with Derek the Blue Squirrel, you hear him say something along the lines of,
"Yeah, okay, stay here. Look at everything. Yeah,
great. Sounds good.
I watch big people. I don't get eat. I watch big people. I stay here.
Yeah, Keep a particular eye on the elf-looking guy over there. I'll sort of peek out of the tent and point at him.
Pointy ears. Yeah, I'll keep. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I watch him, yeah, okay.
Yeah, and everything else, but just make sure he's okay.
Okay, yep, I make sure he's okay, and I watch everything, and I mean, yeah, okay, no problem, boss, no problem.
Okay, cool. Off you go. I'll put him down.
Maybe lay off the coffee.
Yeah. And he sort of scampers through the long grass. You just see this blue blur and this little trail making its way through the long grass, and he sort of, you look every now and again, you can see him on top of some rocks going, and then he sort of goes off again like some half blue meerkat squirrel hybrid thing.
Cool. That seems like it was a great idea.
What could possibly go wrong?
So he's gone. He's off.
Bye. There you
Not quite as bad as it could have been.
Yeah.
go. We lost Polo. We lost the squirrel. Let's get out of here.
Yeah.
Cool.
What sort of time is it?
What sort of time? In game.
Time of day.
It is.
I have to go in like half an hour, but
it is currently. Hang on, you set that foot, and then you went straight through all of that, and then you've been spent a bit of it. So it's around about, I'd say 2-3 o'clock-ish, early to mid afternoon.
Right, let's just wander out, see if anyone says anything. You know, it's not long till we get into kobold territory, and they don't seem to give a shit what non-kobolds do. So we'll just.
That's the thing. I think if we can sort of safely get past these guys, them kobolds
won't stop us.
No. Not if we walk with enough purpose.
Yeah, let's do that. What with purpose? It's one of our main skills.
Onward.
Okay.
Can I stealthily walk with purpose?
Ooh.
Show off.
I mean, you can stealth
Past
with
the
purpose.
kobolds.
Stealth with purpose.
Stealth with purpose, certainly.
Just to attract as little attention to us as possible.
You sort of do.
Yeah.
Do.
A cartoon thing.
Dun. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Cool. Yeah.
Suspicious here, Governor?
Yeah. Nothing to see here. Yeah, you can do that if you want. You can stealthily. Oh, that was nearly in that 20.
That was so close.
I was so close to that 20. But yeah, I mean, you quietly walk like you belong there.
Stealthily fitting in. If the chair could stop falling off, I'd be a lot happier.
Cool. So you make which way are you walking? Does anyone want to indicate sort of roughly which direction you're headed? Obviously out, but
Sort of like maybe around the outside of these tents.
Yeah, I think we've sort of got to be staying in the brush a little bit to try and avoid.
And then we can be like, oh, we lost our goat, if anyone questions us.
Yeah, because we had the goat all the way in, so.
because
Exactly.
several people saw you with the goat. Okay.
It's a good alibi.
Cool. So if I move, I'll tell you what I'll do is I'll move you all.
Oh.
Yeah, nice try. No, it's cool. I'll move you sort of to here. So you get to about here. In fact, no, I'll be even nicer. I'll say you get to about here. I mean, so Leah's walking stealthily with purpose. We've got Sid is still disguised as a kobold, and what's
No, I dropped it.
No,
I'm
so
no
you
longer
actually got
the
this
kobolding.
kobold look? Okay.
I've probably got my cultist mask on there.
Okay, cool. So everyone's going, that's Steve. We can tell because of the love heart unicorn on the just above the eyebrow.
Yeah.
So we've got a sneaky, purposeful human rogue, cultist with a unicorn, and a
Very well disguised.
hunched over, well disguised Goliath. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Polo,
Polo, here, boy.
Are you all doing that? Are you all whistling for your pet goat?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
From the watchtower here, not all along the watchtower, but just one of the bits of the watchtower. It's a Jimi Hendrix reference. Okay, no one laughed. Fine.
I enjoyed it.
I liked it.
Cool. So one of these kobolds shouts down and goes,
Ah, you, what are you doing?
I was just looking for our goat. Have you seen it?
No.
"Can you roll a charisma for me?"
Yes. I said that with way too much.
Yes.
Yes, of course I can. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum.
Whether the roll's good or not, though.
Yeah, I can. Might not work.
It's a kobold. How charismatic have I got to be?
Okay.
I'm sure we can use intimidation strategies if they're failed.
So they're like,
Okay, but just make sure you get back soon. Come back.
Of course. Yep, very soon. Very soon. Miss you. Bye.
Missed you too.
it's like,
Okay.
But you will miss this
Yes,
opportunity.
you guys have all moved to here. I've just realised I didn't move the screen on the stream. Cool. So yeah, so this kobold shouted,
What are you doing?
"You've gone, yeah, we're just looking for our goat. We had a goat, we lost him." And they go,
Okay, yeah, fine. Love you.
and "See you soon. Say hi to mum," sort of thing. Cool. And you all make it back to the town, or so you make it out of the camp.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do. And once out of the camp, you head straight back to Greenest, which I'm just going to transfer this
Yep.
over to there now.
Woo.
Cool. So earlier today, oh, it's gone a bit blurry.
No, it's fine now.
It's de-blurred.
Yeah, there we go. So earlier today, I mentioned that you guys would be hitting level 3. And I asked you all to decide what you were going to do when you hit level 3. As in,
Yeah.
what stuff you're going to do, how you're going to level up. Well, because you managed to get in, get the information, find Leosin, get that information from him, and get back out, you all get to level 3. Yay! You are all level 3. So what we're going to do is, before we continue, I'm going to let you guys go through all the malarkey of leveling up. So if you guys can all crack on and do that on your sheets, as and where you
Surely
need to do
can.
that.
What are we doing about HP, Pete?
Personally, I rolled.
Oh.
I will do my usual, which is I will let, because I'm a nice DM, I will let you roll.
Benevolent.
Yes, I will let you roll for it, and if it comes in lower than the average, I will let you take the average.
Thank you, sir.
I don't think 7's lower than average.
7's definitely not lower than average, and neither is 12.
No, that's max.
Damn.
Bloody hell. I was happy with a 7 out of 8.
Max damage. Cool. So while you guys are doing that and adding all your spells and new abilities and whatnot, I am going to very quickly do some talking about why we're here and what we're doing. So, hopefully, at least some of you will have found our little game, our little I can't even think of the word. Our little event by oh, why has it done that? And realise that we are trying to raise money for 2 fantastic charities, Designability and WizKids. Now, Designability and WizKids both provide mobility equipment for disabled children. Designability, their speciality